because we have 25 minutes. I will tell you something about Hanze University of Applied Science, Groningen. And probably you heard a lot about from it already from Claire. You heard a lot about studying in the Netherlands already. So I will go briefly through this specialized Groningen, or what we say Groningen presentation. Just to share what to do. Well, I want you to know us. I want to say a little bit about the situation at the moment, but most of all, I will talk about studying and living at the Hanze. So that will be the important part of today's presentation. Well, at the moment to say, well, because the COVID in Europe is, it's quite heavy at the moment. So we're just in the midst of a second wave, and we're being very careful all, but universities and schools are still open. But we have what we say hybrid education. So that means a combination of going to the university and online. And if people are really not able to come to the Netherlands, they can do it online for most of the programs. But you can imagine that if you do an art program or physiotherapy, you really should be here. Our main purpose is that all students get education at the university, because it's important to meet your students, your fellow students, and it's important to meet your teachers and to practice as well. And they all come to Groningen. I mentioned already the city. I will show you later a little bit more about it, but just for the situation and just to make up, okay, where are we? We are in the northern part of the Netherlands and close to the German border. Amsterdam, 2 hours by train, and Paris, 5.5 hours by train. So nicely central located. Most students arrive from Amsterdam, take the train immediately, come to Groningen to live and to study there. And it's good to study there because you're not alone. There are over 60,000 students in our city. And as you can see, we have around 230,000 to 300,000 people. So you can imagine that 1 of 4 already is a student. That means there are a lot of students in the streets. There are a lot of facilities. It looks a little bit like a big campus, the whole city. I won't say students take over, but it's a good city for students to live. A lot of opportunities to meet other students and to meet students from other nationalities, because there are almost 150 nationalities studying at our university. And that's also 10% of our total amount. And who are we, or where am I working? I now realize that Jewel mentioned my name and introduced me a little bit, but I'm working at Hanze University as an international recruitment officer. And I meet a lot of students abroad and help them with their study choice. And I work at the Hanze University of Applied Sciences, and that's the oldest one in the Netherlands of the Applied Sciences. And we started with one program, was in Dutch, but now we have over 25 programs, international programs, and 70 Dutch programs. We ranked in the Netherlands with a lot of programs as top rank, and we also are ranked as the best comprehensive university. And that is because we have a big portfolio. We have a good portfolio of different programs. Just to show you a bit, I want to show you a short movie to get an impression of how we live and work and study at Hanze University. Well, as you saw, a beautiful city. Of course, the movie was before the Corona pandemic, and I hope it will be like this in September, that we can go back to normal and that we can all enjoy the nice city of Groningen and studying here. You saw it's summers are beautiful. Now it's a little bit more dark and a little bit more colder, but it's always good. Okay, you saw a lot of students in the movie, and they're all studying at in the different programs. Just to give you an overview of what we offer, we have master programs. We have masters in art, in business, in communication, and engineering. Our art business, media, art design, and technology is very famous. There are, every year there are starting a few Taiwanese students in that. Same for the business, the international business programs, and the energy for society programs. In international communication, that's a program related to, of course, it's communication, but you will work on a strategic level with multidisciplinary groups to communicate. And as you can see, some of them are really mentioned international, but all programs I promise are international, just not only English spoken, but also international groups, international staff, international projects, and international community to live in. We also have bachelor programs. Before the master, you start a bachelor. So for students who are now at high school, and also in the same fields of art, business, communication, engineering. And we have 2 bachelor programs in health, the physiotherapy and sports studies. For that, just an overview, and it's a more general overview. Of course, before you start a program, we have some requirements. And for the masters, it's really difficult to say, will your bachelor program fit to this master program, because it should be a relevant bachelor degree. Well, you can imagine that for our engineering programs, you should have a bachelor degree related to engineering. And if you have a business program related to business, that's for that. But we check every program if it will be eligible for this for the master programs. English should be sufficient, 6.0, but most of the programs require 6.5. And there will be some added requirements like a motivation letter or a portfolio. That's also for the bachelor programs. You can imagine that for the art programs and for physiotherapy, there will be a selection based on portfolio for the arts, or for music on an audition. That's what we call the added requirements. And when you do mechanical engineering, it should be nice that you have math and physics in your exams to start with. We don't start with that from scratch on. Basically, the basis is the senior high school diploma or the IB or career-related IB. These are the basic programs, but same for that, be aware that there might be added requirements. And I always say, and it's not only for our program, also for all the other programs that are offered, and you will check the websites, what are the requirements, and later on I will say it again, also what are the deadlines, because sometimes when there are added requirements or a selection, you need to apply very early in the year. Well, I started with, we are a University of Applied Sciences, and actually, what does that mean? We have bachelor programs, we have master programs, we have bachelor degrees, so the MSc, we have MBA, all kind of different degrees. And for sure, you already knew that we also in the Netherlands have the research universities. We're the same, but also different. And actually the way of teaching is the most important thing that is different. In the applied science, we focus a little bit more on career-based, or what you might say professional-based or professional-orientated programs. In our university, you will get a data analyst, or you will be a physiotherapist, or you will be a business manager. So that's more professional based. It's not vocational university, but it's professional. And it means that we combine teaching and projects and the practical way. You work a lot in projects with small groups, 3, 4 people, 5 maybe, and these people are all international. That's nice because then you also learn how to work in an international field, because that's, I mentioned already, we are international programs. So that means we prepare you for an international job or a job on the international market. You can work afterwards all over the world, as we say. And in the groups, you always have to do a project related to all the theory you get during your studies. And that means we ask for you to be active. You should get out of your comfort zone, be active, prepare your classes. It's not copy pasting. The teacher is coaching, is not in front of the class, he's just coaching. You have to do it yourself and in your group. Doesn't mean that we're not guiding you. No, there is a good guide and we will help you and we will get you through it, but you have to do it. You have to do it yourself. It's your choice and you have to be active to make it the best way and get the best out of it. Because actually we start from day one with your network, to build your network, to find a job afterwards. The projects are company related or hospital related if you do health or another program, or we have a lot of guest lecturers coming out of the fields. We have a lot of internships, and for the masters, your final thesis, you will always do it related to a company. So you start building your network from day on. Same with that, we really expect you to be active also besides studies, to be a volunteer or do active or share your talent, move the world with others and not only for yourself. So that's really important to know that the applied science, you need to be active, but we give you all the opportunities to develop your skills, but also to develop your professional skills. Very important to remember where you fit. I always say, prepare yourself. Where will you be fitting the best? Is it a research university? Can imagine if you're really one who's want to go into theory, into depth, always asking why is something happening, and please choose the research university. But if you're more the person from, okay, how can I solve the problem? I want to go with my theory, I learn, I want to solve the problems, then come to the University of Applied Sciences. I hope this is a little bit clear, and Anders Claire can probably explain later again. As mentioned, a lot of practical projects, and we have a lot of learning centers and expertise centers at the university, and we're specialized in energy, in healthy aging, and in entrepreneurship. We have a good amount of students who start their business immediately after studying or actually during their studies. We have Startup City, where students will be helped starting their own business. We have entrance in our energy programs, but also for all other programs, students can do an internship or research with one of the 200 partners in our region. So very practical. And I will mention, this is our Dutch solar racing team. They made this solar team with a team of the research university, with the vocational university, and with the Hanze University, a team of students from Groningen, and they did a really nice job and worked together. So you will get out of your university, work with projects in other universities as well. Good. Afterwards, when you graduated, it's important to find a job, of course. Well, I mentioned already, we build up your network during your studying, and for all students who are applying for a visa, the Dutch government will give you 1 year orientation to find a job. And well, I encourage you to be aware of the Holland Alumni Network. Building your network, build. It's so important. People know each other. You can meet people who are already working somewhere or having tips or other kind of things. So we start on from day on, be active. And as mentioned, we prepare you for the world. You can work all over the world. Our international business school, they do a research every year. where do our students go and work. And last year, around 60% is not working in their home country or in the Netherlands. So they were spread out all over the world, and that's year after year almost the same amount. Well, I'm hoping I'm not going too fast because I want to skip a little bit back to Groningen, the student city, as I mentioned. A lot of facilities, a lot of opportunities to meet other people and to have a good student life. Just to imagine that, well, here you can see that of course, we do a lot of biking, and it's a really good city to bike because it's not that big. You can bike from one side to the other, and of course, there's also good public transport to go if you want to. This also was before of the corona. It looks a little bit different now, but students this is actually the city center. Main thing to mention connected to the city is that housing at the university, we don't have dorms. We don't rent houses. We're in education. We're not in real estate, so we don't have houses. But luckily, we have a partner who is specialized in renting houses to international students. They have over, I think, 10 or 12 houses. Depends on the house. It might be with 10 people. It might be with 200 people. Only international students can rent a room there. You can do it online, and it opens in May 21. If you start in September 21, please start looking in May. Sounds a little bit early, but you can make the reservation starting in August or September, of course. But you just have to make the reservation early. There are rooms, but there are also a lot of students who want to live in the Netherlands. And as mentioned, they live all over the city. And it depends a little bit on your preferences or a little bit on your budget, where you will live. But as you see the picture on top, well, you might be having a small room in the attic of one of these houses, or you will go to the picture on other houses of the hotel. Actually, it's the student hotel on the bottom picture, to have a bigger room and special facilities. Depends on your own preference and budget. For both, I would say start early finding a room, because that's important, that you have your room before you come to Groningen. Well, just to mention, this is the map of Groningen. In the middle, you see the city center. In the northern part, where you see the dot with Paddepoel, that's there's a little bit more northern. There's the main campus of the university, but the University of Applied Science also has university buildings in the city center. Our art programs are really in the city center. Our health programs as well. And well, to be honest, you see the dots. That is where that are the places where the international student houses are. And people can easily go from north to south. Well, I live in the south. I cycle every day, and it's just half an hour, so it's not that far, and it's doable. Important to mention probably is that if you start planning studying abroad, also make a budget plan. And the budget plan is really important because it might be different than what you use. It is also different from other countries. In the Netherlands, your housing part, or your cost of your housing, will be a main part. But also public transport can be a little bit more expensive, and groceries can be expensive. The market is cheap, but eating out in the restaurants, it's expensive in the Netherlands. So, but when you cook yourself, buy your groceries in the supermarket or the market, it's doable. So make an overview of what to expect, because it's it might be a good time to budget also the money. So there's something going out. And there should be something going in, and should also be out for the tuition fee for non-European students for the bachelor programs and the master programs, except for the Master of Business Administration. The tuition fee will be next year 7,900 euros, and the physiotherapy will be plus 1,000. That will be the tuition fee per year. So if your master program is 1.5 years, you pay 1 times 7,900 and 1.5 year, half of it. Also important to mention, but you probably will hear it a lot, or maybe you heard it a lot, apply by StudyLink. That's the main basic database for all programs in the Netherlands. And these programs, you can apply, you make an account, and then you can apply for the university and for the program. By that, your application starts. After that, it will be completely processed, depending also of if there are any added requirements or so on. But then we will inform you about that via StudyLink. Mentioned also, please check deadlines. It's so important for our physiotherapy program. Please don't wait till the 15th. It is the deadline, but probably do it a little bit earlier. You never know what the technology or what the technique will be. It must be arranged. So be aware, and not only for us, be aware of deadlines of programs. Also deadlines of filling in your documents. I always have, and I must say, yeah, from all countries, people think, well, you have to apply your documents before the 1st of July, and then they think, oh, I can do my IELTS end of May, then I will get my results end of June. That's just in time. Please do it a little bit earlier, because you never know. Probably you will miss one part of the IELTS. You can't do it again, because then you will be too late for the uploading your documents. So please check all the deadlines. Well, I'm almost in the end, and at the moment you're all already making your choice and finding out what to do. So I'm really happy that you're here today at this fair to get as much information as you can get about the programs, and I'm happy to share it with you a little bit about my university. And well, at the moment, I must say there are so many opportunities also to meet the universities online. Open days, order brochures, meet students, meet lecturers. We have specific lectures in the master programs that you can just follow a full day, can just enjoy a day, just to see how it is. What do they expect from me? You can speak with students and realize that it's already starting your network. You never know with whom you speak. They might be moving out in September when you will come in, and then you think, hey, I met somebody from the university. I probably can have a room already. And visit open days and check the information on the website. There's so much. So we made one page, hanzegroningen.eu/study choice, where we put all these things together. Come to us and visit and check what we offer. Facebook, of course, don't worry, we're there. We're very active in this, and you can follow us, get as much information as you can get, just to feel how it is to be a student. All social media are organized by students, I must say. Well, actually, for now, that's it. We have a few minutes, maybe no, I need just 2 or 3 minutes left for some questions. I see my colleague from the University of Groningen already coming in. Hi, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope this will be enough. Some of you already also applied for an international or for an individual meeting. I emailed most of you to get an appointment in the coming weeks. There are many, so I spread it a little bit over the week. I invite you to do, and I'm really looking forward to meet you all. And if you have any questions, as mentioned, just also can ask Mr. Doerwoe or contact me directly by email. Thank you very much, and I hope you will enjoy your day. I will now stop sharing the presentation and give the floor, I think, back to others. Or is there any questions?
因为我们可以直接问他，你只要用麦克风问他就听得到。有想要发问的，请 请举手。说有问题吗？你也可以用中文问我来问他。好，谁有问题想要？好，请说。如果用英文直接问，我就不需要翻译了。Annika, we have a question from the audience, okay? So I hope that you can hear a question.
Yeah, it's you're very far, but yeah, please ask the question.
Okay. 可以，你用中文。She would like to ask this question in Mandarin, and I will translate it.
Okay, so 有一个系所，我是想问硕士的，有一个叫 Media Art Design and Technology。那我想问一下，就是它这个系所是包含很多种类的艺术手法在一个系。那进去之后是学生需要会所有的这种技能，还是说它其实会分不同的专业细项？
Okay, Annika, we have a question from this student asking about the master's program MedTech, right? And she would like to know, because in this program, it's mentioned that it combines media, art, design, and also technology. And she wonders if she will need to learn everything in this program. Can you explain about it?
Well, it's probably a little bit too short to explain the whole program, but no, actually it's a combination of what you prepare to do. So you have a basic as a student, you have a base in probably in art or in design. You are already a fine art artist. And what you do is that we offer you all kind of opportunities to make new installations, to make new concepts, to develop your vision, your skills. Actually, we offer you a lot, and you just combine what you need. Is that a little bit an answer for now?
She said yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Annika, we have another question from a student.
I see that you have a 4-year program of architecture, and does that mean I see that after graduated we got the license that can practice in Europe? Does that mean 2 years of study, another 2 years of internship?
Annika, she's asking about internship. So how the internship is arranged at Hanze?
Yeah, depends a little bit on the program, but most programs, or all programs, that's for the bachelor and also for the graduation thesis in the master's. Finally, you have to apply to accompany yourself, because you choose where you want to go. You have probably professed for a specific country or for a specific topic where you want to graduate or want to do your internship. The university has a big network of companies where we always have students going for an internship, so we can help you finding a company, but you have to look for it yourself. So that's a combination. We guide you there, but you have to look for it yourself. And it will be fine. We guide you there for the first 2 years. Most of the internships are in the 3rd or 4th year. Then you will be almost a young professional. So then you will be able to find your own internship. No problem. We guide you, we help you, but you have to find it yourself finally. We're not sending you somewhere. That's maybe also good to know. We're not saying that you have to go there. No, you just have to choose it yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, Annika, thank you so much. And I hope you have a very nice day there.
Same for you. Good attention and good luck today, and hope to meet you again somewhere in the world. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye-bye.